So I am about to do my hair. I'm going to go ahead and plug this charger in. So the hair that I got, the idea that I came up with, y'all gonna see later on. But this is the hair that I got. Afro braid brand Sweetie. And yeah, I need some of these. And I'm gonna put this together. Watch me do it. Watch me do it. Won't he do it? Watch me do it. Okay, so this is installation Jamaican lock 10. And it comes with do it tell you how many freaking loops are in here? I don't see them. But it looks like, yeah, I'm not about to count that. I would say about at least 30. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say that there's 10 on each in each section. So I'm gonna say 30. They say T30, so maybe that's the number. I don't know how to read these ones. So I got 2 packs of those. This is the other pack, and I definitely made sure that I got all the same color. See that color? All the same color, including this. So this is 4, but it's that color though, just not the same material.
IEsha.
So let's see what we do here.
IEsha.
Let's talk about the material of this. It's definitely tighter than the last ones that I had. It's rough, it's not soft. I'm just hoping they stay as a lock because obviously they twisted these, but it's a Jamaican lock. You won't get the real locks unless you go on Amazon and buy the human hair. Human hair comes in real locks, but synthetic hair, these are the fake ones. So I'm liking the material of it. It's thin, let's see what we can do. Okay, so these are Marley braids. That's what these are. And this is really soft. So I'm gonna let y'all know what I'm about to do in the back. We are going to take this off. And if anybody knows me and knows my what I do with this in the back, because obviously I'm not going to cut it this time. I wish I could. This material isn't like, well, yes, it's kind of the same color. I'm just working with a whole bunch of different browns right now. But I wish I can cut it though. I'm gonna have to go grab something. So yeah, I'm gonna just tell y'all what I'm gonna do here. And then y'all gonna see afterwards. So I'm gonna do a whole bunch of singles in the back. And then with these, I'm gonna crochet in the front, them coming down. But this is mostly gonna be in a ponytail. So yeah. See y'all in a minute. So I'm just parting different section of my hair, different sections. Parting the back, like you will have like, I would say about 3 locks in one little twist. And that's what I'm working with right now. And that's what I'm doing right now. Sometimes it comes out the way it should. Sometimes it comes out different because, I feel like my ancestors be messing with me. And they be like, girl, no, what is you doing? That is not the protocol. So, my ancestors would be like, take that down. We're going to do it the right way. But there is no right way when you're being creative. Just believe in yourselves. And that's all I can truly do, really. So yeah, let's get to it. If you don't believe in yourself, who is? Ain't nobody gonna believe in you for you. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna add this to, this is my Biotin Edge Control Edge Wax. So I'm gonna add this with the hair as I braid down. As like you do kinky twist, you braid it down and then you twist it. So I'm gonna add this as I braid down on the braid part and then into the twist. Going into the twist.
Hey, love, your big is downstairs on the couch.
What's TV?
There was no tea. Her nephew got some shit, so she had to go to her sister. She was like 14, she was getting ready to over here, break the TV, break the bed,
Don't you dare.
Usher,
What?
what's I got pee.
No, you don't. You're just trying to be nosy.
Thank you. Usher,
What?
I got pee.
Go pee.
Number Usher.
So you hung out with her babysitter? Lavonte, you making a new video? Yeah, you are.
Who's the latest TikToker?
Good for you. Hey, we matching, Lavonte. Look, you got Marvel on, and I got Marvel on. We matching. What's that? The Captain America. Look. You got Captain America?
He's supposed to be in the bathroom. His little boy is out in the hallway talking to the girls.
He's winning. Fist bump. Oh, he wants fist bump. Oh, yeah.
Where are you going?
Sienna.
Hey, you already had your nighttime bath, girl.
Sienna.
Her finished her little plotter thing.
Hi, Mom.
She started digging into the tomatoes and they started dripping seeds everywhere. Hey, I'm not gonna there's a door over here. 'Cause what do you think you're doing?
Right. Let's go get your binky and
Come on, let's go get ready for dinner. Let's go get ready for dinner, because mommy can't order downstairs. Come on. I'm not ready for this downstairs, girl. Come on.
What you doing, Lou?
Sit away from me.
Lou. Go to mom. Bye.
Bye. This way, Sienna. Hey, girl.
Yeah.
You playing with Sienna.
Is she done with that one, Mom?
Usher, I got pee.
No, you don't.
Usher, what's the question? Usher,
Hmm.
where are your rubber bands?
Right there. I gotta pick those up because I think those came out the bag. Close that door. Stop running in and out. Close that door.
Usher,
What?
I got pee.
You just went pee, didn't you? No, you was out in the hallway talking to them girls. Go to the bathroom like you're supposed to. The first time.
Usher,
What?
Rubber bands.
Go.
Go.
Hard-headed. Okay, so as you can see, I am only using one strand. This is all I need because my locks are really small. They're not big. And then I just continue on doing what I'm doing. No, I don't retwist my hair with edge wax. I'm just getting these locks together. You can also use the rubber band method. You can rubber band them all together and start braiding. Gather them with the rubber bands if you need to. Whatever floats your boat. I was questioning that pool because why was I just floating like that? Like every time I tried to go down into the pool and like swim, I was floating, man. I was floating. I'm like, hold up, because even when I go down and then like I be underwater and my legs be up here. I'm like, is this real water? Like, what's going on here? Why I keep floating back to the top? I don't understand. It's hard to float in the pool. I mean, it's hard to swim in that pool. I got so mad because I wanted to swim and I can't swim because I guess it's the pressure of the water into the pool, but it wasn't allowing me to swim. And we was in, I think it was 12 feet. Like, what? So, hopefully we can go to this lake that I love. My favorite lake here that I grew up with. My childhood was revolved around this lake. And hopefully I can find that lake and go to that lake. Huh?
I'm hungry.
Get in here. It's almost dinner time. Close that door.
Usher.
What?
What's this?
What?
What's this?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. No,
It's probably already dinner time. Time is it? No, it's only 5:55. They just down here early. As usual. So let's talk about it. Why am I doing my hair? Well, I woke up from my nap. And anytime, this is how I know when it's time to do my hair. Anytime I feel depressed waking up, and it kind of takes me, something out of the ordinary to kind of shift my mood. Because I was majorly depressed when I woke up. So I'm just like, hold up. So whenever I feel like that and then the depression doesn't go away, then on top of the depression, insecurity start building on top of the depression. It's just like, that's when I know it's time for self-care. You know, that's all it is. Whenever you feel like that, it's time for self-care and it's time for rest. It's just time to cater to yourself and take care of your health. That's when I know it's time. You know, so anything that you do on a usual basis or anything like traditional, that's when I feel like you will go into like some traditional craft, and you do that just to subside that depression, you know. So this is, you know, my family are more about crafts, so that's what I do when I feel really, really depressed. But eventually I will come out of this mood, and then I will be back to my usual self, hopefully, because I ain't got the time, the money, or maybe the energy, but not the money to be going out here and catering to my feelings. Honestly. Sometimes I hate when people make you feel as though you're doing something for something else, you know. And that's the question I would have, like, to anybody. Like, how do y'all deal with that? When people make you feel as if what you're doing genuinely for yourself, they make it seem as though you're doing it for another reason. Like, I felt like that recently. And I was just like, it made me I was just fighting against that feeling of wanting to prove myself. I don't want to prove myself, and I'm not about to do nothing to make me feel as though I have to prove myself. So then it just becomes confusing until it's not confusing, you know. And I basically had to, you know, just be in a moment, because I did kind of just pass by that feeling that at that moment I did allow that thought to pass, but it took a while for that thought to pass. So yeah, I don't know what I did, but I guess I just sat in a moment, like I said, and eventually it went away. But it's just like a bully in your ear, like, you're only doing this for this reason. And I felt like one of those moments I did prove myself, and that was acting out of my character, because I don't prove myself. I don't normally prove myself. Have to prove myself. But when I did prove myself, it only made me a better person, because it made me feel more confident about the situation, because I wasn't as confident. I was a little bit confident, but it's just, I felt like I needed to basically turn the other cheek on that situation. I needed to walk away from the situation. And in the midst of me walking away from that, you know, I just went somewhere to where I could be myself. And if I don't fit the description, I can put it to my liking temporarily. You know, I could do something to shift that focus, or shift that perspective. You know how they say filter out the BS, filter out the insecurity for that moment, and then later on, you know, postponing, I will deal with it later. You know, if you can kind of get what I just said, I had to put it in a different, you know, language. That's my language, you know, for that moment, I guess. Alright, so let me stop talking. Let me get back to this. Sometimes I be so confused about what is, like, a lot of people be like, you gotta get uncomfortable to get comfortable. Like, I recently made a video about discomfort. You know, it speaks a lot of truth, but it comes to a time where everything changes, situation changes, words change, and everything starts evolving to where now you're questioning what is uncomfortable. Dinner is ready. Okay, so I'm just thinking, like, what is uncomfortable? You know, what's comfortable and what's uncomfortable. What's comfortable used to be comfortable, and now what's comfortable isn't comfortable. It's uncomfortable. And what's uncomfortable may be comfortable or may still be uncomfortable. It's just like, wow, you know, it's kind of like, like, how do you even interpret it anymore? Now you just got to go with the flow, go what you know, and just do your own thing. Honestly. When I was walking here, this girl smiled at me so big. Like, it was two of us walking. It was my son. But the girl that was walking by me wasn't walking with me. You get my drift. So, we walking, and this girl just come, like, we both, like, in our own natural phase. Like, we ain't smiling just to smile or anything. I don't know, she smiled to get a smile out of me. But you know, it's kind of weird when you smile at somebody and you expect them to smile at you back, but you don't know that person. You know, you a stranger in my eyes. We just walking by one another and you just smile. Like, if you ain't no guy, like a guy, I can understand, like, you smile back, that's normal. But if you a woman and you just you burst out in this big old joker looking smile, that's what she gave me, like a joker looking smile. I'm like, you expect me to smile back? Like, sometimes you can read a person when they trying to be friendly, they give off that smile, but it's just like the way you dress. She dressed in a hoodie and everything, like she dressed like a tomboy, but at the same time you can tell she kind of feminine in a way. I'm just like, I'm not reading this moment. Like, some moments you just can't read, and I could not read that moment. So when she smiled at me, I still stuck to the script. You know, I'm just walking and doing, like, nothing changed in my facial expression, because I was just confused. I'm like, why is you smiling? You know? But that kind of goes with don't ruin if you're not having a good day, don't you dare go ruin somebody else's. Because she smiled, and I'm not gonna just, like, I wasn't in the mood to smile, but seeing her smile kind of uplifted something in my spirit a little bit. Like, it kind of made me feel a little bit good and confused at the same time. And good and confused is not a good thing. Good and confused is not good, you know. But I was feeling good and confused, and I'm just like, you know what? So then, so yeah, I'm not about to, like, I'm probably having a bad day, and the fact that she smiled, it's just like, she was having a good day, I'm having a bad day. We passing by each other, and we just gonna let that moment be that moment, you know. Because if I'm not about to smile if I'm not feeling in the mood or I'm feeling upset. You are not, that's the thing about me, you are not gonna get a smile out of me if I'm upset and I'm walking past you and you smiling at me. You're not gonna get a smile out of me. I'm gonna still look at you with that same attitude I came outside with. And if you feel some type of way about it, you feel some type of way about it. You can go on smiling and don't think nothing about why I didn't smile at you back. Don't even pay no attention to it. Don't pay no attention to why I didn't smile at you back, because I'm in my mood. Let me be in my mood, and I'm going to let you be in your mood. You smile, and if you feel awkward after smiling and I don't smile back at you, don't even think about it, you know? That's all I can say, for real, because some people be in a good mood and they just be wanting to share that, but you can't, you know, change a person if they don't want. Maybe they got something going on to where they just can't get out of that mood and they're stuck. Sometimes you gotta let Just like the Bible study we had today, she said you gotta let it be. You know, sometimes you don't have control of everything, or everyone, mostly people. You can have control of a lot of things, but you don't have a lot control of people and their lives. So if they feel in some type of way, let them be. Let it be, and you continue doing what you're doing. You continue living your life just like that tunnel vision. Keep your tunnel vision and don't pay nobody else no mind. If you happy, be happy. But don't expect you walking up to somebody because you're happy for them to give that same energy or receive that same, laughter or anything that you giving them, because that's your moment. If they're not feeling like that, you can't pressure nobody to feel that way. If they feeling bad, you're gonna feel what they're feeling because you stepped into a situation and you approached that situation not knowing what you're gonna get out of it. But you're like, oh, I'm about to, since I'm having a good day, I'm gonna go talk to this person and, get them out of their funky attitude. And then you get something back kind of funky because you went and messed with something you wasn't supposed to, or you went and put your nose in somebody else's business, or you happened to be friendly that day and they wasn't feeling it. So if you happy and you're friendly and you're feeling good, keep that to yourself. And if somebody approaches you, then that is your opportunity. But that's all I gotta say about that situation. I'm just like, man. Because a lot of people get put in that situation. And I'm just like, and they be feeling weird. Because I remember I used to be that person feeling weird. That was a long time ago, though. I was feeling weird about, me smiling at somebody and smile back. I'm not about to make myself feel as though I'm out of place or I'm feeling awkward because I'm smiling at somebody and don't smile back. That's the thing about people. That's one thing people can get over, is that when you smile or you don't give them the same energy back, or you smile at them or something and they mug you or something, they gonna be feeling embarrassed. Not on the outside, like people won't even look, some people won't look at it as, oh, I bet she embarrassed now. No, it's just a feeling of embarrassment inside of you. Like you feel embarrassed about it because you was expecting what you didn't get. You was expecting some of that you was expecting to get that laugh back. You was expecting to get that smile back and you didn't get it. So now you feeling a certain way. And that's why you shouldn't put yourself in those type of situations, because if you feel that way, you take that and you be like, okay, that's a lesson. I'm not going to do this again because I don't want to feel that way. It's all about the change within you and the change in you. The change happens inside of you. It starts with you. That's what it means when it starts with you. Only you can better your own life. Only you can stop those feelings, Sometimes it's hard to handle certain stuff. It's like I do what I gotta do. And it's not that, like my mom was telling me, she was like, I love, like a lot of people compliment me, and she finally kind of complimented me in her way. She was like, I love the fact that she was like, I love the fact that you do what you do and you don't care what nobody else thinks about what you do. Like if I do my hair or I do my own style or I fashion myself the way I fashion myself, she liked the fact that I don't, care about what other people think about it. But I ain't gonna lie, when I first heard about it, I'm just like, hold up, what you talking about? Like, what you talking about, Craig? Like something like that. So I'm just like, hold up, like, is you saying this to compliment me, or is you saying this because, like we can take it in so many ways, and that's the thing. Like, if I take it this way, it's just like, the way that I took it is, well, maybe you meant that how I'm dressed is kind of embarrassing. You wouldn't dress like that. You wouldn't even dare walking out the house like that. But I love the fact that you did it. Not that I'm going to do it and I will ever do it, but I love that you did it because it's just like, it's uplifting me, and that's the most negative way you can think about it. But I ain't going to lie, that's how I thought about it. But it could be, that stuff like that, when people don't explain themselves, and that's been happening a lot lately. People don't explain themselves; they just throw stuff out there. And I feel like back then it was to where I'm like, I've been through this. I know what they're doing. Like, you would think intentionally they throwing out hooks. They're trying to hook your mind, hook your thought process. But at the end of the day, sometimes, most of the time, they do it because that's their language. You know, and just like any foreign person, if you don't understand something, but they looking at you and they talking about you, you're going to explain, you're going to tell that foreign person, like, okay, you're going to find a way to translate what they say because you want to know what they're saying. So I'm just like, let me go Google Translate. Let me translate what you just said because it's about me and I want to know what you said. It's something like that. You know, and that's how I feel. That's how I feel. It's just like, I'm going to need you to explain everything because I don't want to be, you know, just in the dark with that hanging over my head because I don't know what can happen, honestly. And when I say this, just like mentally, I'm not about to let nothing just dwell over me for too long, you know? And that just leads me back to the problem that I just had with one of these girls, I think last weekend. Because so there was these two moms here. Well, no, one is a mom and one is a disabled girl. So, well, not girl, but because she older than me, but she look younger than me. So we was sitting in the kitchen. And hold on, we were sitting in the kitchen, and she was like, she went and got one of the girls out the kitchen, the dining area where we was sitting and was eating. And before she left, we was having a good time. Like, we was laughing, we was smiling, we was joking. And then all of a sudden, she was like, you know, I gotta talk to you. We gotta talk about something. To one of the other girls, the girls that I was laughing and joking with. So she was like, we got to talk about something. Like, okay. Well, she was like, okay. So she went out there and they basically was talking, and then she came back and she was like, well, she was different. The girl that talked to her about it was different. And I'm just like, because she wasn't joking, she wasn't laughing. Like, I would understand if she wasn't, like, doing that with everybody. Like, she just got quiet and went upstairs and didn't talk to nobody at all. I'm like, okay, cool. Because it's not about me. I'm not about to make it about me. So it's not about me. It's not about nobody because she treated everybody the same when she came back from the situation. But it wasn't like that. She treated me differently. And she treated everybody else the same. So I'm like, that's when you get the idea, like, okay, she talked about me. It was about me. So that's what you're thinking. Like, I'm usually don't pay no mind to it. It's just like, if you walk away from a situation, then you return different. You're going to question. You're going to feel some type of way. So that's what happened. So the next day, I'm like, I ain't paying no mind. It is what it is. I'm having problems with this braid because I'm talking too much. But I walked away. Like, I tried to walk away. I'm like, it is what it is. I don't care. Like, I'm used to people doing this. Like, but yeah, I'm used to people doing it because I was always like, people always walked away from me as a friend. Like, honestly, people walked away from me as a friend. Like, I got that so much in my life that it just got to the point where I'm just like, it is what it is. I don't care no more. You know, I did get to that point because a lot of friends will walk away from me. They will walk away from a good friendship with me and I wouldn't know why. And I never even knew why. But all of a sudden they just walked away without no explanation, no reason, no nothing. They just walked away. And I would just assume like, okay, like, I mean, obviously I'm not cool with her, this and that, and I just walk away. So I normalized that behavior. So I walked away. I'm just like, cool, you know, she walk away. It is what it is. But at this point, like I said, I'm like, we grown. I came a long way, and I care about my mental health. That's the thing. I care about my mental health. I care about my mental space. I care about my life at this point. I have a child. The fact that I have a child, I don't have time to be thinking about this BS. I don't got time to have anything hanging over me, because if anybody's going to have my mental space, that little piece of mental space in my life or in my mind is going to be my child. It ain't going to be nobody outside of that. So that's how I felt. So then I wake up the next morning and it's just like that elephant in the room. I'm not allowing that elephant to be in the room. No, that is not going to happen. So the elephant in the room the next morning at breakfast. And if there's an elephant in the room for no reason, that's where you get suspicion. I'm just like, like, I ain't got time. And I'm not about to be walking out here with this on my mind. No, something gotta give. So I went out there. Well, it was the next morning, and then the girl was like, she came to me, first time speaking to me that whole morning, and she gonna ask where the other girl is. Hold up, what? So that first thing the next morning, she asked me where the other girl is. And I'm just like, hold up. You ain't spoke to P all night. You've been walking past me with an attitude. You've been treating me weird lately, different lately. And you speak to my son, but you don't speak to me. That's another common denominator of what my enemies do. And if you an enemy, I need to know if that's you. Boom. So so she asked me where she is, and I'm like, hold up. I'm like, oh, I don't know. So I walked past and I was like, I don't know. So then I'm just like, I got tired of it. You know, I'm not going to give it that much time in my life to be playing out, because I'm not one to play games. So that's what I do. I got tired. I got fed up, and I went up and I found the girl that she was asking where she was. I went to her room, knocked on her door, and I'm just like, yes, in the morning time. We all supposed to be up at this time anyway. You're not about to sleep in anyway. So I knock on her door, expecting that she coming down anyway, because we all get up at the same time. Period. So I go knock on her door, and I'm just like, was you talking about me last night when you told this, you know, when you told so-and-so to come talk to you during our conversation, and you pulled her aside secretly, you know, literally behind a wall? And she was like, that's none of your business. I'm like, okay. So we all grown. And a mature person that ain't about games, don't want to be about games, ain't about playing nothing, tug and war. Like, I ain't want to fight over nobody. I ain't fighting over no friend. The only thing I'm fighting over is what I got going on in my life, my kids. That's all that I'm worried about. You know, ain't none of that fighting energy coming my way. I don't fight over nobody. And that's just how I always been. I ain't fighting over nobody. So she said, that's none of your business. I'm like, girl, I'm telling her how she acting. I'm like, okay, she just spoke to my son. She ain't speak to me. And the only word she said to me all morning, which is unlike her, is where is you? So I'm going to ask you again. Was you talking about me to her when you put her aside? Because when she came back after you pulled her aside, when she came back, she was acting weird. She didn't talk to me. She didn't say nothing to me, but she was talking to everybody else. And that wasn't until you pulled her aside. So, again, was you talking about me? And she was like, that's none of your business. Anything that me and her talked about, that's our business. Like, she really felt like I was worried about what she was talking about. I was like, I don't care about what was said. People talk to people all the time. That's none of my business. I don't care about none of that. But when it affects me or anybody that I was talking to, their behavior, and I know I've done nothing wrong, then I know you was talking about me. Something was said about me, because it changed her behavior towards me after that. And then she just kept saying, that's none of your business, because obviously making it seem like what they was talking about was sacred. I don't care about none of that. All I wanted was a yes or no a yes or no answer. And she was like, you know what? Okay, girl, let's do this. So I'm like, okay. So she getting up from her bed. I'm thinking she coming outside to talk about the conversation a little bit more. This girl stand up. Mind you, I'm in the doorway. This girl stand up and slam the door on my face. Well, she almost slammed the door on my face. Literally, almost slammed the door on my face. I'm like, for one, you not about to slam the door with me right here. So I stopped that door. And I'm just like, yeah. So I stopped the door, and that's when she got aggravated. She's like, oh, no, you're not about to wake me up and disrespect me or come in my room, making it seem like I stormed into her room without knocking or this and that, pointing the fingers at me and this and that. So she said all that. And then she came out the room, coming downstairs to tell the office, you know, that tattletale when she don't get her way. But it all started because of her. I was like, we wouldn't be in a situation if you just, you know, y'all wasn't acting suspicious and stuff like that. So she went down there and she told the office worker, we in the office explaining ourselves, you know, and that is that. That's how that situation is. So back to what I was saying. You have to, as adults, I feel like we should explain ourselves. No one should be, you know, basically we should explain ourselves in a way of according to the situation. You know, if you talk like this and you see that person getting you, it's all good. But it's so easy to misinterpret, miscommunication. And when all this going on, it's just like, hold on, what did you really mean by that? Did you just compliment me or did you just insult me? You know, you making me feel a certain way. I don't know what you meant. So now I feel kind of insecure about my whole, what I was giving off. Like, I don't feel insecure. I wasn't feeling insecure about it, but I was mentally just kind of like, hold up, like, did you compliment me or did you not compliment me? Like, stuff like that, because we need clarity. And when mental health is involved, that is very important when it comes to people and mental health issues and stuff like that. You have to be clear, because if you are not clear, you will not have peace of mind, because that person is going to want to know what you meant by what you said, you know, and that's just what it is. I'm almost done with this back though. I think I got 2 more. So yeah, that was just what I went through, and that's what I mean by, you know, having some type of understanding when you walk away from a situation, because no one wants that to have anything like that on their mind. You know, especially as adults, we got too much we got going on to be thinking about anything, especially in this situation I'm in now. I got too much going on to be thinking about you and, you know, or anything else. I don't play games because especially because of my situation. Regardless, like, if I'm cool, like, that's what adults do. Like, sometimes we do play with each other, but that's taking it a little bit too far. You know, we not playing like that. We still know that we got other stuff that we actually have to do. We got to handle our business, stuff like that. We ain't got time for little kids stuff. Leave that with the little kids. Like, period. That's just what it is. We don't got time for other people just lollygagging with words, you know. And if you feel like that, then I wouldn't even associate with those type of people, because that's all they gonna do is lollygag and play with your mind and pull you in places that you don't need to be. And then you gotta think about your kids at the end of the day as well. Your kids need all of your time, all of that space, all that peace of mind. They need all of that, you know, and they deserve it. If you give anybody, you know, that time, it should be your kids. A little space in your mind, that take a toll, that toll that's taken on your mind, that should be your kids. It shouldn't be nobody else, because you don't know what anybody you don't know what they can do to you. You know, they can pull you in places you don't need to be. You and your kid, that's the thing. Not only you. I can understand if it's only you, but you and your kid, no. Because that's a whole nother life in your hands that you know, don't let them play with your kids, and don't let them play with you. And basically, that's what you allow them to do when they take a toll on your mind. You allow them to have that access in your life. So I think I'm done with the back. No, I got one more. No, I don't. Do I? That's a piece of that braid. Okay. I could have sworn I just had one more braid though. So we might be done with this. So we are done with the back. So this is the back. And now we got the front to do. I'm not feeling too confident about this hairstyle now. But yeah, the back is done. And now we are going to move on to this part. So like I said, these are two different colors. So we're going to try. Like I said, I got something in mind. I plan on playing out my idea, because if I don't, then where it's going to go? You know, so I'm nervous now. So yeah, I'm going to figure this out. And then when I figure it out, I'm going to get back to y'all. Okay, so I'm almost done. What I did was latch these in to the end of my French braid. I just latched these inside, and you can see that method if you go down into my videos on how I do that. Or you can just sit here and watch, because I'm about to do that again. So I actually ran out of hair. In my panic mode, it's just like on point, because when I panic, I just figure out a way. So I just I put these in the ponytail because I only got 3 more left. So 1, 2, they give me 3 little French braids to work with. So that's what we're about to do. So let me get these in my head. I go into panic mode, like, oh no, I'm out of here. What do I do? And usually, like, I'm not the one that's gonna run. Like, usually I would. Like, if I had my car, I probably would. I'll be running to the hair store, like now, and getting more hair. But taking a bus to go back to the hair store and get more hair, that's too much. Especially when you on foot. So it's just like, you gotta do what you gotta do with the hair that you have. The little bit of hair that you have. And also, I don't know if I want to put these in my hair. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Like, I might wait for them for another hairstyle. Be patient. And just save it for another hairstyle. That's what I might do. I'm thinking about it. And just leave this and not use it. I don't know though. That's what I'm thinking. We're gonna go ahead and finish this up. And it just goes right into, like, so it looks like the end of my French braid. And just twist that all the way down, like the Marley twist. And that's what this is. I found out that this hair is Marley twist hair. For only, I didn't even tell y'all the price. I didn't start telling y'all the price. So this installation lock Jamaican 10-inch hair is only, this is $8. And this hair right here is $6. So this is $6. And this is $8. But this is cheap hair. I should have just bought 1 pack of this and just ran with it. But then I seen these and I'm just like, that's a style that I actually want to try, you know. So got that done. This one done. Hold on. I think there's only one I did. I got 2 more up here. I'm thinking I already did. So we haven't made it to dinner yet. Usually dinner. Oh yeah, the kitchen about to close now. So yeah, we might not be making it to dinner tonight.
I'm hungry.
You hungry?
You're hungry.
Okay, we going to dinner, y'all. We'll be right back. That's finished. This is what the back looks like. And I get just want to clean it up. I still don't know if this is the final result. We might attach some lock to go on the sides. We might. But yeah, how y'all like it? So this is what I am trying. Yeah, I got some in here. We still gotta finish this, so it went back into the braid. So we got this. And we are gonna see what 2 packs of lock installation does. And this is, I'm still working on the first bundle. So there's 6 bundles I got. So let's see. So this is the first pack. How many packs do y'all think it takes to get a full head of these individual locks? So this is the first pack. This is the front section of my head. And this is the first pack. So I would say 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. I would do 5 to play it safe. But yeah, this is how it's looking so far. Oh. Hold up. Okay. Okay. So this is how it's looking so far. And then when I tell y'all gotta do a style it. You know, just style it. It's just for styling purposes. But I would love to get these little ones though. This would be too cute. Alright, so now I gotta figure out this side because of the way that I freaking put these on here. Like maybe I can still do it. I don't know. I gotta figure out how to work this out. But yeah, it's turning out so nice. I'm liking it. So yeah, let me finish and I'll talk to you next time. Yeah. Second pack.
Second pack. Oh shit. What's it? I want a bed.
Huh?
What's that?
Close that door.
What's this?
And when you work on this side, going from front to back, you'll want to put this in like this. You only see me? Okay, so put this in. And then pull it to the back like this so the other ones don't get tangled in with it. Because that was just happening to me right now. So you pull that and get the next one. Okay. 8, 9, 10. Is that a hole? Come here. Give me that. What is it? What do you mean? What is you doing?
No.
Here. He's like, give me my pop. But yeah. So how I would wear this, you can wear it like this. I would braid this up if you want to wear it down. Yeah. This is how it's looking. Like my style, I could I'm gonna show you the styles that you can do. So I get my ponytail. Okay, so let's go ahead and start styling. Show y'all a few styles. So you can style like this going up. Leave some down if you want to, but you can style it like this. Like pull all the ones that you just did up here. Get this braid out of here. Like this. All the little locks go up there. And leave the long ones down. So like right here. Pull this one up. So you can do that. You can put it in a bun or a ponytail, whichever one you want. This is actually really, really comfortable. You can put it up like that. Boom, wear it like that. I wouldn't wear it like that because it's not my style. Wear it like this. Like that. Have this down if you want to. My go-to is going to be like this. You can even do ponytails to in front like this, but and then depending on you, you can wear it like this, or you can go ahead and wrap this in a bundle like this. See how that look? And then just bundle that part up. Like that. Put some down the back. And then you got that bundled up in the back. So you got that bundled up in the back like that. I really want to put it more to the backpack and then wear this down like that. So there's a whole bunch of different styles you can do with this. That is the style I'm going with. So I will talk to y'all next time. Hope y'all like this video. Like, comment, subscribe, be notified, share, turn on the bell to show you here. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye. So the good thing about this hairstyle is that once you take it down, once you take down all of these, guess what? You still got the hairstyle and the hairstyle. So you take out all of these and you still got a hairstyle to run with. Girl, you better hack it. Hack it.